Hello everyone, and welcome back to our first episode of the Hornet Report. It's been great to see everyone back at school and starting to get back to somewhat of a normal life. Above all else, I could not be happier to be back in the studio and sitting next to my best friend and co-anchor, Faith Wareham.
Thanks, Carlee. Hi everyone, I'm Faith Wareham, and just as Carlee said, there's nothing I've been looking forward to more this school year than to be back in the studio where we belong. But this year is going to be extraordinarily special. I know it's been a dream of both Carlee and mine ever since elementary school to kickstart a new round of Hornet Reports while sitting at this desk together.
Oh my gosh, I know. 4th grade me is freaking out right now in the back of Miss Atkinson's classroom. And lucky for us, we have a great comeback show for today with a sprinkle of everything. Faith, why don't you take it away with this week's stories?
First up, Angelina Nadi will talk to students about how Holmdel is handling the new school year, with everyone in person 5 days a week. How are things different now, and what stood the test of time? Then, Lainie Doran will report on the Run to Remember held in honor of Holmdel's Ed Harris and his legacy. And Ben Sammut will share all the buzz from the Nest at last Friday's second home football game of the year. Last but not least, Alexia Zambito will be reporting on the celebration this past weekend regarding Holmdel's graduating class from 50 years ago.
Being back at school has been such a whirlwind for all of us. Seeing people we haven't seen in over a year, meeting teachers we've only seen in Google Meets, and of course, getting back to a normal daily schedule has been so crazy. For me, it's been great to be back, but how are the rest of our Hornets feeling after our first month back? That's what Angelina Nadi said to find out. Angelina?
Thanks, guys. Hi, everyone. I'm Angelina Nadi, and I'm taking you with me today to hear students' opinions about life back on school with the masks on during the pandemic. Let's hear what they have to say.
So, Amelia, how's life back at school?
It's definitely very, different. I feel like after COVID last year, going back to normal has been kind of difficult, but it's been nice seeing everyone again.
Guys, how's life back at school?
It's all right.
Yeah, I love it.
Good to see everyone back here.
Yeah, I love it. Get to interact with my friends, eat lunch with them. It's great.
Do you miss virtual school at all?
Yes, I really do.
Do you miss virtual school, or would you much rather be in person?
In person's where it's at, because you get to hang out with the cool people.
I'm loving it. I love that the kids are back. I love that we're all back in the building, hands-on, going from class to class, and I think everybody's really enjoying it.
What is the one thing about virtual school that you'd bring back to in-person school?
Honestly, the fact that we got to sleep later. That's probably the biggest thing.
I love that too.
I would bring back wearing pajamas to school because I know I wear pajamas to my class all the time when I was back virtual, so I'd bring back wearing pajamas to school.
Tell us, do you miss virtual though?
Sometimes. It was nice to get up 10 minutes before school and just turn on my computer, but I do really like being with my friends.
Do you miss virtual school though?
No.
Really? You don't miss waking up 10 minutes before class?
No, it's harder to focus online.
It seems as though everyone is enjoying their life back at school in person. Everyone I spoke with is just happy to be here with their friends and teachers. Thank you, and back to you guys at the studio.
Thanks, Angelina. And it's great to see so many positive attitudes returning to Holmdel students this year. Best wishes to everyone. Now, here's Lainie, who reported on the Run to Remember in honor of Ed Harris.
Thanks, Faith. I went to the Run to Remember in honor of Ed Harris, who died unfortunately due to COVID-19. I had the opportunity to interview some of his family and friends who were most affected by his death. Let's check it out.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Go!
Today was a great event. This was an event made in honor of my husband, Ed Harris, and 100% of whatever we make goes to 2 charities, and it's very overwhelming. We want to keep the awareness with COVID. We want people to stay safe. It's real. I'm not the only one who lost somebody. There's many people who have died from this terrible disease. So this today just was really, really nice.
What was your relationship to Ed Harris and how has it affected you?
Well, Ed Harris is my uncle, and it's really affected me because coming here today, everyone has come together, and I've been able to see family members that I haven't seen in a very long period of time. And I think our family has really been brought together through this whole event, and I'm happy that he left an impression on all of us and brought us all together forever.
So Ed Harris was my brother, and it's wonderful that we had this today. Dina, Nick, and Jeff did a great job organizing everything, and we're happy everybody's here.
My name is Linda Harris, and Ed Harris is my brother-in-law. And so it's affected us a lot, and I apologize, I'm emotional. We love Ed to death, and we love him in the afterlife, and we're doing this in honor of him. He died at a time when we weren't allowed to have even a funeral, so most of us don't even want to go to funerals, but we were even denied that. So today is really a celebration of Ed's life, and as Jeff had said before, it's to remember him in a better light. He loved Holmdel, he loved his family, and everybody was so generous and came out, and I'm just so happy that we have this memory of Ed, and we love him so much.
Yeah, I didn't have any personal loss myself, but us being friends with Jeff from college, one of our best friends, Nick as well, is just pretty devastating to see what happened in their family. But like Ron said, it's really cool to see the community coming out, and awesome event, and I hope to come back next year.
There was a great turnout at the race, and 100% of the proceeds are going to charity. It's very nice to see how family, friends, and even strangers can come together after such a tough year.
Thanks, Lainie. One of the best parts about being back at school is the return of our nest at all of our sports games. It's been awesome to see the student section at soccer and volleyball games, not just football. My beloved BFF and sports reporter Ben Sammut is going to take us away into the buzzing world of Holmdel sports. Ben?
Thanks, Carlee. Our football team had their second home game last Friday night against Jackson Memorial at Bob Rogie Field. Andrew Goodman and Ryan Kennedy were there to cover the action of our comeback win. Let's take a look.
In the first quarter, Jackson Memorial has the ball on the 8-yard line as they run the ball into the end zone to make the score 7-0 Jackson. 6 seconds left in the first half. Jared Battaglia, 35 yards away from the end zone, throws the ball deep. It deflects off Matthew Timpone and into the hands of Gavin Raheb for a Holmdel touchdown. No one was more shocked than the Jackson coach, who held his hands up in disbelief. Holmdel now trailing 13-7. The opening drive of the third quarter, Jaden Gallo dodges the defensive line, running the ball 58 yards for another Hornet touchdown. Jackson Memorial with the ball, but John Fanzini and Thomas Sardo are there for the tackle, denying the Jaguars a single yard. Nothing says Holmdel spirit like Thomas Sardo's celebration. Hornets with the ball on the 50. Luke DuPont with the ball, drives straight through the middle, makes the score 21-16. The ball is snapped to Jared Battaglia, who fakes the handoff and throws the defense off his back. Holds the ball up to celebrate his 50-yard run. The Hornets now leading 28-16. Jared Battaglia again with the fake handoff. This time throws a lateral pass to Jaden Gallo, who sprints past the Jaguars celebrating with Battaglia and DuPont, winning the game 35-16.
The football team's next game is at Raritan on Friday, October 15th. In other sports news, the girls soccer team is ranked number 1 in the Shore Conference with a perfect 8-0 record. Boys soccer began the season with 5 wins and 2 losses, including a hard-fought 1-0 win against Raritan. Girls field hockey is 7-4, and our gymnastics team is currently 4-0. And last but certainly not least, the girls tennis team is undefeated at 10-0 and ranked 12th in the state. Way to go, Hornets, and keep up the great work. I'm Ben Sammut, and that's the buzz in Holmdel sports.
Thanks, Benjamin J.R. Sammut. It's amazing to see so much school spirit fueling the nest this year. And I know we can always rely on Holmdel sports to keep us on top. Moving from current HHS news to past news, like from 50 years ago, here's Alexia Zambito, who covered the celebration of Holmdel High School's 50th anniversary.
Hi, I'm Alexia Zambito, and I am here today for the 50th anniversary of Holmdel High School here at Bob Rogge Field. Today, many alumni from 50 years ago have returned in order to commemorate this event. Here's what they have to say. What is your most favorite memory here at Holmdel?
I remember being on the sports teams, and we didn't always win. In fact, we had a really tough time playing a lot of older players, so we were just freshmen starting out. But when we did get a victory, it was really terrific.
My high school football experience was my best memory of Holmdel High School, and the lessons I learned there I carried throughout my life.
Starting Holmdel High School in 1970, we were freshmen, but there were no sophomores, juniors, or seniors. So all 4 years, we were the top class in the school, which was a lot of fun.
Our class picked the Hornet as the mascot. We chose the school colors, and a member of one of our classes wrote the school alma mater.
My Lord, I have so many favorite memories, I don't know which one to pick. But one of them was the first night we ever used this field, or the first day we used it. It was Thanksgiving Day. And the field had just been sodded, and we were concerned whether the sod would hold for the game. It did, and we won the game against Keyport.
71 to mark this milestone event.
How does it feel like to come back today and experience this event at Holmdel?
Oh, it's great to see everybody. I mean, we're all a little bit older, but everybody looks great.
It's good to see people I haven't seen for a long time. It's good to be at Rob Rogge Field. Rob was in our class.
It's a lot of fun seeing a lot of old friends, which is exciting, and seeing the football stadium and the new team, and probably the youngest high schoolers I've ever met in my life, you guys, so that's been fun. So wish you the best.
What advice do you have to give to future or current high schoolers here at Holmdel?
I think what the continued effort in Holmdel is to use the high school as a way to get everybody who's spread out in all these neighborhoods together for a community sense and a community feel to give an identity to Holmdel.
Wow, that was incredible. Holmdel beat Jackson 35-16, and many Holmdel families and students showed up to the nest wearing all school spirit. Back to you, studio.
Thanks, Alexia. It's so cool to see so many Holmdel alumni out and still supporting our community. I see where we get our school spirit from nowadays. It's crazy to think that one day that could be us, right, Faith?
Well, I never thought that we'd actually make it to our senior year together in the first place. So I don't think anything is too far off for us at this point. Hopefully we'll be able to attend our 50th graduation anniversary together.
In 2072? It's a date, Faith. Well, that about does it for our first show of the year. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and we hope you keep watching for all things HHS. To stay in the know with our HHS Hornet Report crew, follow us on our social media. Our Twitter and Instagram are at HHS Hornet Report, and our Snapchat is at Hornet Report.
Join us next time where we'll bring you this week's best at HHS.
2 losses, including one. Yeah.
Mr. D, you can see the crease in the shot. Sitting next to my best friend and co-anchor, Faith Wareham.
Thanks, Benjamin R. Sammut. It's amazing to see someone so